late August 2024, Sue, Cassie, and I began a month-long trip leaving Columbus, Ohio, and traveling to the northeast with many stops including the Adirondacks, where we visited Lake Placid, New York, Lake Champlain in Vermont, the White Mountains National Forest in New Hampshire, Acadia National Park in Maine, which was the pinnacle of our trip, the Green Mountains National Forest in Vermont, and finally a stop in the Finger Lakes region in New York. We are chronicling our trip to the Northeast in a series of videos. This video, episode 3, is the first of 2 episodes highlighting our trip to the Acadia National Park in Maine. Leaving the Dry River Campground in the heart of the White Mountains, we began our journey towards Acadia National Park's Seawall Campground. We followed US 302 eastward, winding through the familiar towns of Bartlett and North Conway. Continuing on 302, we crossed into western Maine, where the road gently rolled through many quiet towns dotted with lakes and pine woods. Eventually, we joined I-95 north of Portland, transitioning from country roads to the faster pace of the highway. The interstate carried us up the coast with occasional glimpses of the Atlantic. As we passed Bangor and turned east towards Mount Desert Island, the terrain changed once again. Rolling hills gave way to rocky coastline and salt-scented air. After crossing the bridge onto the island, we followed Route 102 down the western side to Seawall Campground. Acadia National Park, established in 1916, is located along the rugged coast of Maine. The park's heart lies on Mount Desert Island, where visitors can explore Cadillac Mountain, the tallest peak on the U.S. Atlantic coast, as well as scenic drives, hiking trails, and historic carriage roads. In 1929, the park expanded to include the Scudic Peninsula, a quieter, less developed section across Frenchman Bay that offers dramatic ocean views, crashing surf, and a more secluded experience of Acadia's natural beauty. Acadia offers a unique mix of mountains, forests, and ocean environments, making it one of the most visited and beloved national parks. For our trip, we stayed and explored both the Mount Desert Island portion and the Scudic Peninsula portion of Acadia National Park over 10 days. For the first couple of nights, we stayed at the Seawall Campground, located on the southern tip of Mount Desert Island. It is a peaceful wooded campground with over 200 campsites. Just a short walk from the rocky coastline, it offers easy access to ocean views and cool sea breezes. After setting up at our campsite, we took an evening walk to the ocean, following Cobblestone Way, which was lined with spruce and fir trees. Along the way, we spotted a couple of deer grazing at the edge of the woods. At the shoreline, even at low tide, small waves rolled gently in. The sky was a deep blue with the sun fading slowly to the west, casting a warm glow over the horizon as we lingered by the water. It was a beautiful way to start our visit to Acadia, and we were excited to begin our 10-day stay at the park. We began the next morning down the road from our campground with a peaceful hike along the Ship Harbor Trail. The well-marked loop led us through a quiet coastal forest and out to rocky granite shorelines with sweeping views of the harbor and open ocean beyond. After our hike, we made a quick stop at the nearby Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse. Perched dramatically on a cliff above the ocean, the lighthouse offered iconic views from the short path that leads to the rocky shoreline below. Though brief, the visit was a highlight, classic Acadia in every sense. Cassie gets to go hiking for the first time in a national park. All the others didn't allow her. Ship Harbor Trail. Does it do a circle?
It's a loop. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go. She gets moving out when you get ahead of her.
I gotta keep her moving. I see. Out into the Atlantic Ocean.
there's the squirrels. Oh boy, more rocks to climb. That's a good girl. Oh, wait for this view, Mommy. Yep, that was a good trail. Of course, we still got to get back, don't we, girl? Okay, we circled around, girl. We'll take this path. We're almost back. I hear road traffic.
Yep.
And here we are back. Good job, Cassie. She liked that trail. Wait, Cassie, wait. After visiting the Bass Harbor Head Lighthouse, we decided to drive around Mount Desert Island to find the places we will be visiting over the coming week. We passed through the charming village of Southwest Harbor on our way to Halls Cove Visitor Center. We're disappointed in the lack of information available at the center, but at least we were able to get a Bark Ranger scarf for Cassie. From there, we drove through the lively town of Bar Harbor with its bustling shops and waterfront views. Our route then led us to the entrance of Cadillac Mountain Road, where we had a timed entry in a couple days to drive up to the top of Cadillac Mountain. We then jumped on the Park Loop Road and drove down to Thunder Hole, which gave us a brief glance at the stunning ocean views we will experience when we stop, and then on to Jordan Pond, where we could see the challenge ahead when we try to park. Looping back towards Northeast Harbor, we completed our circuit with a delicious late lunch at Charlotte's legendary Lobster Pound, savoring fresh lobster rolls just a short drive from our home base at Seawall Campground, where we settled in for the evening. On the third day, we left Seawall Campground to stay at West Bay Acadia RV Campground on the Scoodic Peninsula side of Acadia National Park. The drive to West Bay Acadia took about an hour heading north on 102, then east on Route 1. It's a scenic route with ocean views and quiet coastal towns. West Bay Acadia would be our home base for the next 5 days as we further explore Acadia National Park. This campground is a peaceful terrace campground overlooking the West Bay. We looked forward to having electric, water, and sewer hookups and fast Wi-Fi after mostly boondocking for 2 weeks. Our campsite at West Bay Acadia RV Campground. Private campground on the Scoodic Peninsula side of the Acadia National Park. Looks out over West Bay. Well-designed campground. Well, girl, we're at the West Bay Acadia RV Campground. Arrived here for 5 days, right on the West Bay. Girl, go slow. Come on, girl. Let's down here. The next morning, we had a scenic drive from West Bay Acadia RV Campground down the Scoodic Peninsula, where we planned to spend the day. We entered Acadia National Park near the town of Winter Harbor. Our first stop offered a beautiful view of the Winter Harbor Lighthouse across the bay, a peaceful start to our coastal adventure. From there, we continued to Scoodic Point, where the rugged shoreline and sweeping ocean views were stunning. For lunch, we made our way to the quiet fishing village of Korea and enjoyed delicious fresh lobster at lunch on the wharf. Later, we returned to Scoodic Point just as the tide was coming in. The waves crashing against the rocks put on a dramatic show, a perfect way to close out our day by the sea. We're over at the Scoodic Peninsula today, leaving from the West Bay RV campground that we're staying in for the next few days. It's just beautiful. Yeah, that's what, whether it's an Anhinga or whatever, he's living it up there with all the fish.
There's the eagle. Right there.
We made it down to Scoodic Point. this view for lunch.
This is an awesome view.
Lobster roll, of course, and Sue got lobster grilled cheese. Remember this place, Cassie? We were probably here 3 hours or more ago. Same spot. Pretty cool. What do you think? What do you think, Cassie? Huh? Spending our last day on the Schoodic Peninsula. Decided to just come out to Schoodic Point and park ourselves in the chairs with this view. Cassie's pretty happy. And lo and behold, as we sit up here enjoying the view, a seal shows up. So Sue climbed down the rocks and hopefully is getting some good shots of it. As our visit to the Schoodic Peninsula comes to a close, we're grateful for the quiet beauty, dramatic coastline, and beautiful charm that made this part of Acadia a favorite for us. But our adventure at Acadia National Park isn't over yet. In the next episode, we spend time on Mount Desert Island to explore some of Acadia's most iconic destinations, including the sweeping summit views from Cadillac Mountain, the beauty of Jordan Pond, and the scenic coastline of Acadia at Thunder Hole.